Hey guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to another video. And this time I'm going to be checking out the 9th episode of MLP, which is Honest Apple. Okay, again, this is Season 7, Episode 9. Again, not sure if Honest Apple is the full title, or if that's just the abridged title on the video here. I don't know. We'll find out. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting the video in 3, 2, 1, click. Spike!
Oh, thank you so much for helping me with these flyers, Spike. I'm so lucky you just happened to be walking past the boutique.
Yeah.
Right.
Just happened to be walking past.
Yeah, either he was kind of stalking her, or...
What you got here? Lost dogs, balloons for sale, guitar lesson, and yes, I am interested. No.
Pinky.
It's a
Where'd you get the guitar?
Fashion contest I'm
I like that.
organizing. A showcase
Anyway.
for aspiring young designers. Oh, wow! What an awesome
Never mind.
idea.
It's pink. Never mind.
Thank you. I remember how difficult it was to break into the fashion industry when I was starting out. That's why the winner of the contest will get to debut
Anyway,
their line
yes.
in the Carousel Boutique.
Or Spike was just walking past and Rarity just, like, suckered him in.
So generous.
I've also managed to get esteemed fashion critic, hoity-toity, and iconic
Oh, we're gonna
fashion
see him come back,
photographer
okay.
Finish to come to Ponyville and judge the show. And wait until you hear who else will be a judge.
Countess Coritura?
Sassy Saddles?
Spike?
No. The
Crap.
third judge for the Carousel Boutique's Couture du Futur Fashion
Applejack.
Contest is none other than Applejack!
What?
What?
Oh, okay, I can tell there's actually an intro for this one. That's a shock. Okay, anyway. I can tell that Rarity obviously didn't get Applejack's approval. Just suckered her in. Which is, it's kind of relatable here. Like, I can kind of, this does happen in real life. Like, you know, people sucker you into something, will automatically include you in it, and you're like, what? This is my first time hearing about it.
What?
You already said that, Doug.
I know, but I had to say it again because that's how confused I am.
Honest
You
Apple.
want me to judge a fashion show?
I'm sure Rarity has her reasons, and once we hear them,
I would have
it
to
makes sense.
agree with Applejack here, like,
Applejack is an unorthodox choice, but that is
Yes.
precisely what makes her an inspired choice. See? Know it all? Still doesn't make any sense. Hoity-toity has
I can understand both
expertise in fabric and
perspectives.
stitchwork. Photo finish has an artistic eye for shapes and colors, but sometimes we designers forget about practicality. That's where you come in.
I think I might be a little too practical. My closet's nothing but 20 versions of this hat.
Which tells me your opponent knows what she likes. Besides, a judge will
wait,
be
20
honest,
I
and
thought
you're
you only had
the
that
honest
one.
There is. Ask any pony, they'll tell you. Ooh, let me try. Excuse me, have you ever heard of Applejack?
The most honest pony there is. Sure have.
See? So, what do you say?
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm the right pony for the job. Fashion just ain't my bag of oats.
Aw, Bill! I
There's
do
someone on the screen.
understand your hesitation, but
I can
before you say
understand
no,
both
Spike,
characters' perspective.
Sure, I guess I can do that for you.
Applejack doesn't want to judge because she doesn't feel that it's her thing. I can understand that. Like, how can you give, I mean...
Yeah, I know, Big Mac. I was just as surprised.
Applebloom, what are you doing?
I mean, can you imagine
Okay,
me
ow.
judging a fashion show?
I'll do it. I'm going to see all those pretty outfits.
Well, you're the exception in our family, Sugar Cube. You know about that kind of stuff. I'd be as useful as a bird knot on a sapling tree. Although, Rarity did say I just had to focus on practicality. She already has experts for the fashion-y stuff. But I still wouldn't know what to say.
Again, I can completely understand Applejack's perspective here. Ow.
Come on, on, Apple Bloom. You're doubling our workload here.
Sorry. I wanted to wear a signature hat like yours, but it's making it harder to see.
That's because it's not like mine. You don't need
There you go.
keep
That's
your hat
cute.
on. Now you can see.
Wow, that is a lot better. Thanks, Applejack.
Sure thing.
So we're gonna start
You know
seeing
what? I am gonna help Rarity
Apple
judge her
Bloom wearing
show.
the hat from now
I
on.
think my sensible every pony take on fashion is exactly what the pony community needs. Rarity, I thought about it some more, and if you're still
And
need
again, I
me,
thought that was the only
I'd
hat
love
Applejack
to be a
had. I thought
judge.
that
Oh,
fan-wise.
I just knew you'd come around.
I photo finish.
Hey, you're back.
As has hoity-toity.
Okay, I love the two background characters here.
It's wonderful to see you.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Thank you both so much for doing this.
We missed you at Miss Pommel's debut in Manhattan last week.
Miss Pommel is showing? I thought she was still making costumes.
You haven't heard? Every pony who is any pony is talking about it.
Oh my, they're absolutely stunning.
It sure is great to hear Miss Pommel is doing so well.
Who is this who speaks?
Oh, this is Applejack, another one of the judges.
So, Judge, what do you think?
Oh, wow. That is just wow. These are clothes?
The photo is upside
Oh my gosh, we see her eyes.
This is...
A disco ball.
She looks like a disco ball. Did they have to roll her down the runway? I can't believe any pony would actually wear this. Am I right?
Again.
Oh, my!
I faint!
So funny.
Again, I can...
Oh, gosh. I didn't mean to make her faint.
Oh,
I can't believe we finally see her eyes. Oh my gosh.
time.
Again, like her.
Besides, that dress did look a bit like a disco ball. Although, Miss
To be honest,
Pommel
her
is
outfit
making
kinda
the
made her-
point that no matter what
Shoot,
we wear,
what's that?
it is a costume of some kind or another.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's okay. Let's go meet the designers
That was adorable,
and help
honestly.
them get ready for the show. Designers, welcome. Today you will
Was
work
that
on your
Maude?
designs,
No, that wasn't
and we
Maude.
judges will offer our guidance and advice as you prepare for tomorrow's big show.
Did anyone see a costume show? No. Okay.
Lily Lace, tell us about your inspiration.
You guys, this morning on my way here, I heard a bird singing literally the most beautiful song I'd ever heard. And I wanted to capture not so much the bird's song exactly, but more like how the wind carried the bird's song.
I like her.
Powerful, yet at the same time fragile and delicate.
And energetic.
Huh?
Next up, meet Starstreak.
I'm not interested in what's already been done, only what will exist in the future.
Tomorrow's fashion belongs to those who
Interesting.
hear it coming.
He focuses on the future and looks to that. Moving forward. I kinda like that.
I'm Inky Rose.
I like her.
You
I
have
like
very
the
focused
sound.
vision, a strong sense of what you want. It's good.
Applejack, you've been rather quiet. What do you think?
Well, it's a lot of
I
black.
like it.
It's kind of depressing.
You obviously would not.
How's this?
Makes a world of difference.
Maybe to fashion experts like you, but to ponies like me, it's still black. And I'm not sure how you wear singing birds or the future.
Don't say that part about the black to Johnny Cash. Again, I like her.
I don't think they liked what I had to say.
Oh, well, that's why you're here. Fashion needs a healthy dose of practicality now and then.
Again, I can totally relate to both characters here. She's adorable.
Are you putting holes in the clothes on purpose?
It's to create a distressed look.
More like an old and tattered look. When
Like
the
how
clothes
they
on
actually
clothes
make
get
jeans
holes in
with
them, they
holes
don't wanna go to
pre-put
the
into
store to
them.
buy new clothes with holes in them.
Okay, yes, not a very practical choice. Fashionable, but not
Even I wonder why
practical.
they do that. Like, why put holes in jeans already?
Simply stunning! Sure, it looks pretty, but that's a lot of fabric. With the way it drags behind, it'll be covered in dirt in no time. Thank goodness I'm here. Otherwise, we'd have had holes in clothes and dirty dresses.
Aw.
Well, of course, no look is complete without mane and makeup.
So,
Again, I like her.
When are you gonna do
She's
her
cute.
mane?
Oh, it's already been done.
You know what? I think we've given
Again, I
I
really understand both characters' perspectives here.
Can't wait to see what y'all do for the big show tomorrow.
I literally don't
So
know why.
And the goth pony, may I say goth? I like her.
Hey, Applejack, on your way home, how'd the first day of the contest go?
Great! At first, I didn't think I'd be much help. But
Oh,
thank
nuts.
goodness I signed on. Without me, they'd be doing all kinds of crazy fashiony things.
Oh boy.
Hey, Rarity, Applejack says the contest is going great. Good
My
news.
gosh, that look of fear!
Yes, of course. Some of her thoughts are tough to swallow, but hopefully her candor will help the designers achieve the best designs possible.
Oh my gosh.
You seem a little stressed. Want to try? Music is very relaxing.
That's cute.
Sure. Much better. I can meet my goals. Today is a fresh start. Good morning, every pony.
Okay.
Time for final adjustments before the show.
Whoa. Freak, I like
If
that.
buttons could convey sadness, you've done it.
I like
To
that.
me,
I
they
like that
convey
look.
waking up an hour early just to button them all. And that's if you could reach most of them.
I like it. It's like something from from Resident Evil or Silent Hill.
Is this better?
There
Nah,
you
this looks
go.
like-
Now when it's
I
cold,
liked it
you just slide
before.
it on you and you're set. Like a poncho.
Poncho?
I attached each feather individually. It took me for literally ever.
Oh, you used
pardon me.
hoof cross double over stitches. Oh, they're perfect.
Who cares if it's stitched perfectly? You don't need feathers on your head. My little sister tried to add some flair to her hat, and guess what it got her? An extra hour of work picking apples off the ground.
Eh.
A good start, but it needs more. No. 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 Yes.
Wasn't
I
it?
go with this one.
No, this one. Something it's funny. What? Oh, no, it's just, I mean, those belts look the same.
Well, that one completely changes the look. This one complements it.
You're kidding, right?
Everything okay?
They're having a heated debate about those two belts.
Ooh, both good choices.
No! There is no choice. They're the exact same belt. This is so silly. Fashion is ridiculous.
Oh,
You
nuts.
don't mean that.
I do. I'm sorry, but that's my honest opinion.
Well,
Oh boy.
I never would have come if I knew we were going
Ah.
to be insulted.
Diggle!
No, please, come back.
If they're out, I'm out too. I didn't get into fashion to design boring utilitarian clothes.
I want to create elegance and drama, and this is literally the opposite of. I mean, I can't even.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I like her. I really do. I really like her. Oh gosh.
I was just being honest.
okay. The judges have quit, the designers have dropped out, the show is cancelled! All my good intentions squashed! And it's all Applejack's fault!
Why are you mad at me? I was just saying what I thought. And isn't that why you wanted me to be a judge? For my honesty?
Of course! But you said fashion is ridiculous!
But it's my opinion, and I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, come with me! Oh, Rarity! Oh, what a nice surprise!
She's cute.
Hello, Strawberry Sunrise. This is Applejack. I was wondering if you could tell her how you feel about apples. Don't like them.
What? Why? They're crunchy, they're sweet, they're...
Oh, I get that message here.
You're right. Apples are better than strawberries.
Oh my gosh.
Only if by better you mean better at being disgusting.
I totally get the message this. It's about having a difference in opinion and respecting other people's opinions,
Tasteless, mealy, worm-filled
even if they
things.
differ from yours. I get this. Oh crap. Oh, she's fuming.
Why are you so angry? It's just Strawberry's honest opinion.
Oh man, I'm so glad they're doing this.
Well, that's fine if she doesn't like them, but if she knew how hard we worked to make our apples perfect, maybe she wouldn't be so mean about it. Oh. Oh boy.
And
Doesn't feel so good, does it?
Nope. No, it does not at all.
And a hard smack of reality.
Rarity. I got so carried away with being honest, I didn't think about how I was making others feel. I'm a real rotten apple.
I love the camera pan
I
here.
appreciate that, Applejack.
Again, I
It
love the
means a
camera
lot.
pan.
I just wish you'd realized it before you ruined the fashion show.
Oh, I love that scene.
I need to get some of these.
It's the only way to travel. What are you doing?
Canterlot is that way.
Yep.
And the ship
You're
has
not
sailed,
going back to
officially,
Camelot
hasn't it?
yet. Hey!
What is she? Oh,
I don't know.
Run.
I wonder if Maud and her would be really good friends. I love that. Look at that sunset. That's beautiful.
Listen, y'all. I thought I was just being honest when I said all those things. But some pony helped me realize I was actually being hurtful. So for that, I apologize.
So, you don't think fashion is ridiculous?
Well, I still don't understand it, but I appreciate how much it means to y'all, and how much hard work you put into it. I also know this contest is important to Rarity. So, what do you say?
Well, I'd hate to have come all this way here and not see what you can do.
If they're judging, we're in.
under one condition, literally.
Anything.
Untie us.
Show's back on, fellers! Oh.
And Applejack just won the hearts of 4 stallions, just like that. I like that. Was that a bracelet or a choker? That's a choker! Yes. That's good. Oh, come on, you look good that way.
And then Applejack found me and told me to distract you for an hour, but the hour's up! Ta-da! But how? They were all leaving. This was all coming down.
You can thank Applejack. She literally did it all by herself.
I don't think that word means what you think it means. But I did bust my tail because I know how much this means to you.
Oh, thank you, Applejack.
We start now!
Oh, yeah.
First up, Lily Lace. Star Streak.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Inky
Whoa! Sorry, something. Gnat on the side of my head. Sorry. Ow. That's cool. He looks like a vampire, and I like it.
And now it's time to
Sorry,
vote.
there was literally a gnat on the
I
side of my head.
enjoy
I'm
the
sorry.
beauty and drama of fashion. And no pony does drama better than Lily Lace, so I vote for her.
It means so much to me. I literally can't even. Oh.
Simplicity is the keynote of true elegance. That is why I vote for Inky Rose.
You've made me so happy.
Fashion is the art. I, photo finish, vote for Star Streak.
Wonderful to hear, darling.
Well, it all comes down to you, Applejack. Can you believe it? After everything that's happened, Applejack is the deciding vote. Ah, this is so exciting! Well,
Oh my gosh. And roll the credits! We never find out.
Lily Lace's clothes go here, Inky Rose's will go there, and
She chose all three.
there.
Yes! That's what I would have done.
Sorry, but I couldn't pick just one. They all did great, and in my opinion,
I would have went with
they
all three as
deserve
well.
to win.
They're all
And I
good.
agree. I told you your perspective would be beneficial.
Is this one of your new designs, Rarity? It's the form is reminiscent of I mean,
She's
it
going-
conjures up images of I mean,
Oh, that? No, I totally messed that one up. It's ghastly, horrid, absolutely terrible.
oh, thank goodness. Because in my honest opinion, it's awful.
Okay. I really love this episode. And it's really... Oh, freaking heck, I accidentally closed it. Before I could see the credits finish rolling. Okay, stop! Whenever I tell you to pause, you freaking retard, okay? Okay. Let's see. Okay, Andrea Lipman as Lily Lace. Okay. Singing Girl Star Streak, Strawberry Sunrise. Okay. Okay. Now then, I really love this episode. I really do. There was a lot of relatability with this episode. It was really, really good. The story being that Applejack, I mean, Rarity wanted Applejack to be a judge in a fashion show. Applejack she didn't think she would be a good choice. And honestly, I said several times throughout this episode that I could relate. I'm not into fashion like Rarity is. I won't say that I understand it like a lot, but I do understand a tiny amount. And I understand that fashion is a thing for some people, whereas for other people, it isn't. And for Rarity, it was something important. It was something that she was passionate about. And Applejack, she didn't have the same feeling about it. And so she wondered if Rarity was pretty much in her right mind about making her a judge. And Rarity wanted Applejack's honest opinion. She knew that by choosing Applejack, that her opinion wouldn't be influenced by any specific factors. Both characters were right in why that they made the decision that they wanted to. Rarity initially wanted Applejack's opinion because she knew her opinion wouldn't be biased. She knew her opinion would not be influenced by any specific factors, and that she'd be able to give an honest opinion without being selective, without singling one specific thing in or out, which is understandable. And Applejack at first didn't want to do it, which is also understandable because it wasn't her cup of tea. Fashion is not something that she's into, and so so it's understandable to be able to give a perspective, and it's kind of like, for me, it's also understandable for Applejack here, because in some ways it kind of goes for like video games or TV shows or movies or music or something. If you're a fan of it, you understand it from a fan's perspective. It kind of makes me also think about MLP, the whole brony community as a whole. People outside of that, they don't really understand it. And so it's hard for like, okay, some good examples I can name off. If you see somebody's opinion on a video game, a movie, a TV show, or something that you like, but they're not a fan of it, you wonder how can you expect to listen to their thoughts on it if they don't really give a good review on it, because you wonder how can anyone listen to their thoughts if they're not a fan of something. But also, being a fan of something, you understand it from a fan's perspective. And so most people would automatically assume you're going to give it a good review. You're going to give good thoughts on it. And so, again, it works both ways here. Applejack was not within the realm of being interested in fashion. So she wasn't influenced by it. She wasn't influenced by any specific factors, and so she was able to give her own honest thoughts on it. But at the same time, because so it worked in that favor. So that right there was good. But at the same time, it also worked out in a bad way, because Applejack's perspective on it was that fashion wasn't important. She didn't see an interest in it, and so she was using her own beliefs and making fun of the different things because she didn't see an interest in it. She thought it was silly, and she didn't see it in the manner that other people, that the rest of the characters did. And so this, honestly, this was more so an Applejack episode, but it was also a really good Applejack and Rarity episode. And again, Applejack, she didn't see really anything interested in fashion. Now, yes, some of her beliefs on the outfits was based on personal experience, but she felt, again, she had a difference of opinion, and she was kind of forcing her own opinion on it, and she didn't really understand everybody else's beliefs or interests in it. And again, Applejack wasn't a bad guy here, but again, it was another learning moment. And it really hit home later whenever Rarity introduced or let Applejack talk to Strawberry, what was her name? Strawberry Sunrise. Whenever Rarity let Applejack hear from Strawberry Sunrise that Strawberry did not like apples, and Applejack couldn't fathom it. Like, she didn't understand how a pony could not like apples. It shot the crap out of her. Like, she literally spipped bricks right there. Like, she crapped bricks right there. And she couldn't understand it. Why? And she got upset because a pony had a different opinion than hers. And then she got mad over it. And Applejack made the mention about if they only knew how hard that it was for them, how hard that they worked, harvesting apples, growing apples and such, then it hit her. And it was like a hard punch in the face. She understood it. She had to have that look from her own perspective. She had to have that realization. She had to have that experience. She had to be put into that situation herself where someone had a different opinion than her. And that made her upset that she didn't comprehend, for her to be able to understand that that's how that she was looking at things. And now, of course, that wasn't... Now, of course, that was the way that the story went. Now, of course, they didn't exactly... Now, they didn't directly say that was the moral of the story here, but that's what I got. Now, of course, Applejack realized that it was important to Rarity, and she screwed up, and so she wanted to help her friend. It was important to Rarity. She knew that, and so she wanted to make amends and help out. She wanted to go good for Rarity. And so, again, it worked out for that. But again, the story was really relatable in that everybody, and it's very much true. Everybody has a different opinion on things. And the problem is that a lot of people don't respect other people's opinions. And we've seen this before. It's not just with the brony community. We've seen it with other things as well. People force their own beliefs and opinions and get upset if you disagree, if you don't feel the same way that they do. And they don't look at it from that perspective. They don't look at it from someone else's perspective, that someone has a different opinion than they do. And there is a difference in sharing an opinion, being forceful about it, and sharing an opinion and being respectful of someone else's opinions. Agreeing to disagree, letting bygones be bygones, and not letting it drive a wedge between you. That is how I look at things. I know that there are things that I am going to disagree on with people. I know that. And I'm okay with that. I don't expect people to have the same beliefs that I do. I respect that other people have different opinions that I do. I respect that. That's fine. That's natural human nature. That's totally fine. And I'm totally fine with that. And I'm not going to force my own beliefs on someone else. It might come up in conversation if it's prompted to, as some sort of relatability, as to help me make a point on something. But I'm not going to constantly talk about it and force it on someone else. Pardon me. Again, everybody has a different opinion on things. And again, I want to be respectful of other people's opinions and beliefs. I don't want disagreeing with someone or just having a different opinion on something drive a wedge between me and someone else. I want things to be cool. I don't want there to be any mixed feelings simply because we disagreed on something. Like, again, respect each other's opinions, let bygones be bygones, agree to disagree, and move on. Life's too short to dwell on something so insignificant, so stupid. Focus on the good and move on. There's so much greater things than dwelling on something so stupid. And that is what I believe with this episode here. That's what I personally believe. And again, this was a really good, solid episode with its story, and I'm really happy that they did it this way. Again, it was really cool to be able to see that. And again, there was that hidden message there that, everybody has a different opinion. Fashion is important to Rarity. Applejack doesn't see it, but Rarity does. It's understandable. It's understandable. Personal experience. I'm into classic cars. Some people are. There are those, however, that believe that that everybody that owns a classic car shouldn't. That they're hunks of junk, that we're destroying the ozone layer, and that we should just melt them down or sell them for scrap. Get rid of them. Get a brand new car that runs on grass clippings. And again, that's your opinion, but it doesn't mean, and I respect that, but don't tell me what to do with my truck. It's my life. As Bon Jovi says, it's my life, it's now or never. And I'm going to live until I die. That's how we all are. Just because you want me to get rid of my truck doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I want it because it makes me happy. It's something I understand. It's something that I have an interest in. And a lot of other people can understand that as well. In general, that's just like the MLP community. We love this show. We understand why that we love this show. But there are people that don't understand the show, that thinks it's stupid, that thinks it's for little girls. Again, generally we can respect it. We can respect their opinions. It's whenever they begin to constantly harass and make fun of you, and begin to constantly make fun of you, criticize you, insult you. That's whenever we stop respecting their opinion, and they graduate from being a person to being obnoxious to us. But again, there is a difference between having an opinion, giving an opinion, and forcing that opinion down someone's throat. And again, I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm really happy that they did the story the way that they did. And again, it was really solid with that. And again, Rarity already understood fashion. She was within that realm. Applejack didn't understand it. It was not something for her. And so she was put into an area of something that she didn't have an interest in. And she had to give her own opinions and thoughts on it from an outside perspective. But because she didn't understand it, and she didn't have an interest in it, and she didn't want to have an interest in it, she gave her own thoughts, which went against everybody else's beliefs and personal ideals. And her beliefs was that it was pointless, and she didn't understand that from their initial perspective. But they still understood it. She had to experience the shoe, or rather the horseshoe being on the other foot. Rarity had to put the horseshoe on the other foot for Applejack in order for Applejack to understand that what she was doing. Whenever she was told by another character here, by somebody else, that they didn't like apples, Applejack didn't understand how they couldn't like apples. Applejack, and it made her mad. And it was at that point Applejack realized what she had been doing. She had been just looking at it from an outside perspective and not trying to understand it the way that Rarity did. And she realized that Rarity and her have a different opinion on it, but Rarity asked for Applejack's help because she trusted her and she knew that Applejack would be helpful. She knew that Applejack could help. And so she realized she had screwed up because she kind of took that for granted. Well, she realized that she had screwed up because she didn't respect the other. I mean, she didn't respect what Rarity was interested in, or her own opinions. And she realized that she had been looking at it from a single-minded perspective, and that she had almost ruined it. She had ruined the show, and she wanted to make amends. Like, she realized she was wrong, and she had a more open mind about it, and she was able to make amends. And because she wanted to help her friend, she wanted to help Rarity. And so again, it was another really good character building episode for Applejack here. It was something again that she learned. And again, I really love that they're continuing with these episodes where even now the characters are still continuing to learn things. And it's relatable. And I don't believe in the concept or the mentality that, the characters are old enough, they shouldn't be learning these things. This is my personal belief. I don't care how old you get, there will always be things to learn. It doesn't matter how old you get, you're always learning. There will never be a moment in your life whenever you can say, I've learned all that there is to learn. There is always lessons in life to learn. There will always be a situation that you are put into where you learn something new about someone else, or about yourself, or about both. And that's what happened with Applejack here. It's relatable, it's understandable, and the message overall is definitely something that I can relate to. And it's definitely something that a lot of people can see and also relate to. And so again, I really love this episode. I really do. I really enjoyed this episode. I love the story. I love the message overall. I really enjoyed this episode. It was it was a really good, solid episode. I love how that they worked that into the story, and how that it really worked. The concept of difference of opinion. And again, it's really understandable because we see a lot of that with the internet, different people with different opinions. And some people are respectful of other people's opinions. Others are definitely not so much. Like, they just don't care about other people's opinions. They just want you to know theirs. And that's it. And I really don't have anything for people like that. But again, I really enjoyed this episode. I really did. And there was also some interesting things that we got to see in this. We got to see the callback, basically. Spike still following Rarity around, having the crush on her, and we got to see that. And again, Pinky's little moments of her face being pressed up against the glass. That was freaking cute. Like, my gosh, that was adorable. And it was so Pinky. And then Pinky comes out with this guitar. And again, I love it. And then she just hides it in her mane. It's Pinky. Just don't question it. Pinky's related to Deadpool in some way. And then, like I said, Rarity made that mention about Applejack being the judge. And Applejack had no idea she was going to be picked. She had no idea. It was like, okay, what? And also, I just noticed something else with this intro. I'm sorry it took me this long to realize it. Actually, okay, to its credit, the past few episodes that I've done have not had the opening intro. But in the opening intro for this episode, yes, Starlight Glimmer is there. Starlight Glimmer is there. So, yeah, Starlight Glimmer, she's in there. I'm sorry if I missed that before, but I'm just now noticing it. So, yeah, Starlight Glimmer's there. That's so cool. Trixie isn't there, but, you know, she might be later. But again, again, that little moment right there, Applejack made the mention about her hat. That she's like 20 versions of her hat. I don't know if that was meant to be just a joke or she was serious. If she's serious, then it makes me kind of wonder because it's kind of comical that, you know, there's the jokes that some cartoon characters just have one kind of outfit because that's the only outfit you really see the characters wearing. We've seen that joke before. And so if that's the case, it's comical. But I know that some people have the headcanon that hat was actually Applejack's. It was her father's. And that's why she wears it. That it's a family heirloom, pretty much. That it was like her father's hat or her mom's hat. And that's actually kind of what I imagine. Like, it's a really cool, I think it's a sweet concept. And so, like, I kind of thought, you know, that was the only hat that she had. And that she was, you know, she was very partial to that hat. And very, very, you know, very protective of it. So, but again, either way, either canon way that it works, again, I'm totally cool with. But again, that moment whenever Applejack was making the mention about judging fashion, pardon me, and Big Matt just has this, you're kidding me, right? Really, really, really comical. And then we see Apple Bloom adorably trying to play with this hat, trying to adjust this hat. I thought that she had got into like some of Granny Smith's old clothes, and that was like an old hat that Granny Smith had. But I think it's cool that Applejack, Apple Bloom was trying to find a hat that that she could wear like that as well. I think that was cute. And then Applejack removes the bow, and then boom! Suddenly, Apple Bloom has this nice Stetson hat, which is kind of comical because it's larger than Applejack's. It does look larger, but again, it's cute. Like, it's cute that that Apple Bloom is kind of continuing with that. You know, she still looks up to her big sister. Wants to be like her. It's still cute. Again, I'm wondering if maybe this is kind of foreshadowing, but not foreshadowing in the bad sense, but foreshadowing like maybe we're going to see Applejack wearing this from now on. I'm not really sure. It would be interesting for them to do that if that was the case. Now, this one scene whenever Applejack first enters Rarity's shop, and we see Applejack walking towards Rarity. I love this scene. I know it's a small thing, but like that, just a stationary camera, and we see Applejack, like her frame begins to get smaller as she moves towards Rarity. And how they just meet right there. Again, it's a really subtle thing, but I love the animation detail there. I really adore how that was made. I really love it. And then, again, we also get to see photo finishes. Now, also, we have the reference about Coco Pomel. And again, I know they called her Miss Pomel from this point on because they had to change the name. Because they couldn't risk someone else's name of the same thing or very similar. I know they had to start calling her that, but I still call her Coco. That's what I personally believe. But again, it's really cool to be able to see that she's actually doing her own thing here. And again, the disco ball thing is really cool. It's really cool that they acknowledge that. like the disco ball is from the 70s, you know. So it's really cool that they actually acknowledge that. And again, personally, yeah, you could probably say the disco ball thing is silly, but at the same time, I can respect it. I can understand it because again, it's a fashion thing, and so again, I can respect it. I can really understand it, and so, but again, like it's comical that again, Applejack she didn't really understand it there, but again, like we finally get to see Photo finish. We actually get to see Photo finish his eyes. We actually got to see Photo finish his eyes at one point, which was a shocker for me. Like, we had never seen her eyes before. And then, boom, we finally get to. Now, again, these other characters here, that we saw, Lily Lace, she reminds me of Fluttershy in her design. But again, I love her. She's really cool. She's cool. And again, the voice actress that did her, she did a great job. Like, she really did. I love how her character was written, you know, really cool. She made me think of kind of like, I forgot the character's name. Anyway, she makes me think like it kind of like and I do not mean this in an insulting, you know, stereotype way, but it just kind of makes me think like maybe outside her car is like a 60s Volkswagen Beetle or Volkswagen Samba bus, you know, that has the flower print on it from the 60s. That would have been cool to have actually seen. Like, somebody needs to make a comic of that. And then this other goth character here. Okay, Inky Rose. Like, again, I love her design. I love the bats. And I love the goth-like look here, Inky Rose. And again, I can see the relatability because she has like a black rose with ink running down. Again, I really like her character. I really like the goth-like look here. I honestly do. I really do. It's really cool, and I love that music, the ambient music that they played whenever they introduced her. I really liked that. And okay, it just hit me. Okay. She's got ponytails with two little bats in them. Wasn't there a little girl from a horror movie? Or was it from the Munsters, the little girl? Wasn't there like a little girl in a horror film or a TV series or something like that that had black hair, that had her hair in ponytails like that? I keep thinking there was. Maybe it was the Munsters, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But anyway, again, I love her design, and again, the voice acting was great. I really love how that they did her character. And again, the black turtleneck, or the black long sleeve shirt with the hoodie. Again, I really like it. I really do, honestly. I love it. And Applejack made that mention about it's too black. My thought at that point was, obviously, you probably would not want to take a ride in my truck then, would you? But again, it's comical because black actually is a color I like. In case you hadn't noticed, black is honestly a color that I like. And so yeah, I can understand that from this perspective as well. And Applejack made that, like, it's understandable because, you know, some people like more light color. You know, some people like more light colors. Other people like darker colors. It's kind of funny because there's a contrast, honestly, between my mom and I. My mom prefers more brighter colors. I more like black, and so there is that contrast between us. So again, I can relate. Like, I can understand both Applejack's and Inky Rose's perspective here. But honestly, I'm in Inky Rose's favor here because I do like it. And just one character here with her hair kind of all frazzled up. That's one guy was working on the purplish color pony here. I love her design, and I love her hair. Her hair is awesome. I love that. And then that little look that she gave. I love her, like her pinkish purple eyes and that little look that she gave. I love her design. I totally do. I love it. And then that moment whenever Applejack walks past, and Pinky's just again playing the guitar. Where the guitar thing come from, I don't freaking know. But again, the most shocking thing from this whole freaking episode was whenever... Okay, first, Pinky holds the guitar. and she has her eyes half lidded, and she rubs the guitar like that. And I know, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's kind of a bit of a seductive way. Yeah, I know there's going to be people that's going to be taking advantage of that. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with that art, but I know they're going to do it. But anyway, the most shocking moment was whenever Rarity takes the guitar and just goes freaking metal! Like, she goes freaking rock here! Like, that freaking... Okay, remember I said earlier that, like I said before, that Applejack crap bricks? I'm pretty sure I could build a house with the amount of bricks I crap right now, after watching that scene. Like, and I love the effect that they did. Like, Rarity just goes full-on rock here, or full-on metal. Like, she just goes full-on guitar solo here. And, like, she takes a typical guitar there, a typical, like, wooden bass guitar, and she plays like she's playing an electric guitar. And she goes just, and again, I love the effect that they did with the black outline screen and then the flames. Like, oh my gosh, this was honestly my favorite freaking scene from this, honestly, because, you know, I like rock, I like a little bit of metal, and my gosh, to see this scene, like, my freaking gosh, I absolutely love this scene. Whoever animated that, dude, or miss, I love it. That's awesome. Thank you. And again, it makes you think of, like, Kiss, AC/DC, Metallica, Iron Maiden. Like, my gosh, this was just freaking awesome. This was just freaking boss, man. This was totally boss. And again, it's confirmed. Like, this is, like, Rarity played that in a freaking boss manner. And another thing that shocked me was Rarity is the sophisticated type. She is the sophisticated. She is the lady. I would have imagined Rarity's musical style was like orchestrational or something, classical, something like that. And I know that's why the shock factor was increased so high here, was cranked up to 11, was because you would never have thought that this music style was something that Rarity would play. You honestly would not have thought it. And that's why it's so freaking shocking and so freaking awesome. And my gosh, I really looking forward to seeing other people's reaction to this particular scene. My gosh, man. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the artwork. I cannot wait to see the fan art of this. But again, that was some really good music. Like, whoever, like, no joke, whoever did, dude, seriously, whoever did the guitar solo for that scene right there, I'm serious, if they come out with a new soundtrack for MLP for the rest of the seasons here, please, like, do a whole instrumental, okay? Do a whole instrumental of that. Just please, please, I want to hear a whole instrumental of that, okay? I seriously do, because there's a lot of potential. It's got a great rhythm. I love it. Please do an instrumental, okay? And again, and also the interesting thing is this is the first time that I know of. Correct? Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time we actually get to see a character play a guitar like they've been in a rock band before. And Rarity is just, like, she's shredding this thing. She's freaking shredding this thing. And no fingers, just hooves. And she's hitting the notes just lickety-split. And having no problems. And dang, she's good. And Pinky's hair! Just like, what did I unleash? Oh, and then she had to blow the guitar off. My gosh. And then Pinky, I didn't notice this. Like, I was too busy being shot. Like, and then Pinky looks down at it like, did she really? Like, she looks down at it like, did she really just play that with this guitar? Again, I love that, man. I really do. And again, that one outfit that Inky Rose did with all of the buttons there, honestly, I really like that outfit. I really did like that outfit. It was a really good looking outfit. It made me think of, I don't know, like The Matrix or something with all the straps, or like Kingdom Hearts with all the zippers, or like something from, again, like The Matrix or Silent Hill. Okay, not Silent Hill, but like Resident Evil or something. Like, that is totally a boss outfit right there. Like, that's a really good looking outfit. That's the kind of outfit that like a villain could wear. Like, they have sunglasses, like Wesker or something, and he's got all these buttons on there. Pardon me. Or like some sort of like a good, pardon me, like a protagonist, but like they're just totally boss and like totally bad A, and this is their outfit. Again, I do love that outfit. I really do. It was, again, really cool to be able to see that, and the characters' interactions and everything, their dialogue, and I really like that. Again, it was really cool, Pinky's use in this episode. It was really cool. And again, Strawberry Sunrise, I like her. And like the strawberries, again, I wonder how Art is going to take advantage of that. But again, that's probably going to be used. Whenever Rarity makes that mention about it not feeling good, whenever she is able to help Applejack see the error of her ways, I love the dialogue. I love the way that the voice actresses deliver the lines. I love it. It's like, it's blunt, but it fits and it works. It's realistic in that tone. It's realistic in that nature, and I love it. It really does work great, and I love it. And again, whenever the camera begins to pan, I love it. It adds more atmosphere and ambience to the scene itself instead of it just being a stationary camera. It adds more effect to that because the camera is actually panning. I really like that effect. And then Hoity Toity and photo finish. I remember before there were being fan art of shipping these two characters before, but this probably just, I don't know if you could say this takes a jug of gasoline and just like on the fire, but it probably does. It probably does. But again, whenever Applejack tries to help the guys with this thing right here, and again, that moment whenever she's just like, all these guys are trying to pull this up, and then Applejack just one go, whoop, and the other guys are just standing there like, what the fuck? And then Applejack has that kind of sly expression, and she exhales. There's a couple ways that you can interpret it. No doubt only one way to interpret it, but my mind creates a second. One is she's satisfied with her work because she was able to do it. The second could be interpreted to that she kind of had fun showing up the other four guys here. That, she's like, hey, she's a country girl. She could wrangle those four bulls. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Anyway. And then those four, and then she just kind of struts off, and the four guys are just kind of looking like, what the freaking heck? But again, and whenever Applejack is looking over, I was wondering if those are bracelets, but those are actually chokers, aren't they? I like the black choker. I do. I like the black choker. And Inky Rose, again, I love her. And then Lily Lace, love her as well. And again, really cute. And I was wondering with the background here with these characters. We see Lyra there. We see Amethyst Star. We see Bon Bon, obviously. And we see another character here whom I honestly thought was from, like, possibly from the Phoenix Wright game series or something. I couldn't be sure. Oh, and we also have this other character. I can't remember her name, but she was featured in the My Little Pony game app. She's got like the kind of like the fedora hat on, and she's got the camera around her neck. I love her. She's cute. And then we also get to see these other two characters. We get to see these other two characters. The Sunshine-like pony over here, the pink character with the bright colored sunshine hair, and then the other character with like the crescent, like the moon crescent style. Again, we see those two characters together again. That's cute. Oh, we see Derpy! We see Derpy! There's Derpy! And so again, yeah, we get to see that. That's cute. Yeah, it's Derpy. And again, I love the animation. Like, I really do. Oh, and the background scenes, like I mentioned before, were also really gorgeous. Like the sunset views. I love sunset. I love nighttime. And so again, I love those scenes. Absolutely gorgeous. And whenever that character was modeling, whenever they had the character up on stage, Starstreak, like, honestly, I love her design. And I really love the animation for her whenever she was walking up on stage, especially the second time. Like, I love the animation there, and the third time. I really love how that they really gave a really... Okay, no, not Starstreak. Like, okay, that wasn't the character's name. But that second character there, again, I love the animation for how her character was moving and how it actually, like, it was detailed to that it actually felt like a fashion show. And it actually had that detail. Like, the characters didn't just walk up and that was it. Like, no, they actually put some flair. They actually put some style into it. And again, I really, really love that. And it's one guy here that comes out that looks like, again, character from the Matrix, Neo or something, with the outfit, and he's got either magenta or red eyes. Those are red eyes, man. Those are red eyes. Could be contacts. But again, I love that. And I ship this guy an Inky Rose. I do. Okay, I ship it. Or it could be a cool thing where, like, this is her brother. Like, this is her brother, and he's modeling. That would be cool. Or, like, her boyfriend, again. Like, that'd be cool. Like, she designs the clothes, he also models them. That'd be cool. That would be a really cute connection there. But again, like, that is cool. Oh, he's got a spider. My one phobia. He's got a spider. I don't. He's got a spider. But oh, and the spiked. Okay, the other outfit there, the spiked collar. That's cool. Like, that's freaking cool, man. I like that. I really like that. That is cool. Again, I like that outfit. And again, whenever Rarity decided to choose all three of the characters, I would have went with the same thing. Like, I really liked all three of their designs. I wouldn't have just chosen one. And then at the end, whenever Rarity and Applejack are talking about that one outfit, and Rarity's like, it's hideous, it's ghastly. And again, I love that little dynamic between the two. I love how that played out. It was really cool. It was fun. I really love this episode. I really loved this episode. It was cool. It was fun. And there was some really great interactions, really great dynamics with the characters. And again, the story, you know, the message was the message was great. We got to see some really great. We got to see some really cool characters introduced. So again, I really enjoyed this episode. It was really, really good. And again, some of the music was also really good. Some of the scenes were just mind blowing. So again, this was really, really good. And so again, everybody at Hasbro DHX, thank you so much for this episode. Thanks so much for writing the story the way that you did. Thanks so much for the character, like the writing, the dialogue, the character interactions, everything. The music. Thanks so much for that. Thank you so much to everybody that worked on this episode for all the hard work and effort that you put into it, and also thanks so much for also showing and delivering the message that you did about opinions, because obviously we see a lot of that on the internet, and different people, of course, have different opinions, and different people have different opinions about giving opinions. And so again, this was something very much relatable, not just to the Brony community, but to the internet in general. And so again, thanks so much for that. Thanks so much for delivering this episode the way that you did as well. Thanks so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts as well on the episode. And again, please let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys again for joining me. And I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.